If your front shoulder lights up every time you bench press and you're tired of working around it, dropping weight, or skipping chest day, this video is for you. Most lifters stretch the front of the shoulder, take a week off, then jump back in and get the same sharp, achy pain at the bottom of bench press. What I'm going to show you is the same process we used with Tom, national champion and world record holder in the 90 kilogram class, who had 20 years of shoulder pain and thought his heavy benching days were over. We fixed the exact mobility issues I'm about to test on you, and he went to break a world record. Today I'll show you 2 simple tests to see if the shoulder can actually handle the bench press position, and 3 exercises to fix the mobility and control problems that are beating up the front of your shoulder. I'm Dr. Joey Seyforth, online shoulder rehab specialist with Combat Performance. We help active adults and lifters keep benching, pressing, and training hard without feeling like their shoulder is still a ticking time bomb. This video is specifically for people who feel sharp or nagging pain in the front of the shoulder during or after bench press. If that's you, let's talk about why your shoulder hates the bottom of the rep. Let's break it down. Bench press asks your shoulder to do more than just push a bar. It forces into 2 key ranges. Number 1 is shoulder extension. At the bottom of the bench, your upper arm travels behind your torso. You need about 45 to 50 degrees of extension for comfortable benching. Most painful shoulders are stuck around 20 to 30 degrees. And number 2 is internal rotation. Even though it looks like a straight push, your shoulder sits in mild internal rotation through much of the lift. You need about 60 to 70 degrees of internal rotation at the bottom of a bench press. Many beat up shoulders barely hit 40 to 45 degrees. When you force a joint into ranges it hasn't earned, it compensates. The ball glides forward in the socket, the elbow flares, and the front of the shoulder tissues get compressed. Your nervous system reads that as unsafe and responds with pain. Our Big 5 lens, your neck, thoracic spine, shoulder blade, shoulder joint, and nerves, tells us this isn't just a bad tendon. It's a shoulder that doesn't feel secure in the bench position. Now, let's find out if you actually own those ranges. Test 1 is shoulder extension. The goal is to see if you have the shoulder extension the bottom of a bench press demands. Stand tall with your arms relaxed by your sides. Keep your chest up and no arching in the back. Lift your hands straight back behind you. What we're looking for, hands to get about forearms width away from your body, roughly 45 degrees. No sharp pain in the front of the shoulder. If your hands barely leave your sides or your front shoulder bites at you, you're missing the extension bench press requires. Test 2 is internal rotation at 90. The goal is, can your shoulder tolerate the rotation that goes with a normal bench setup? Bring your arm out to the side, shoulder at 90, elbow at 90. Forearm vertical. Keeping your elbow still, rotate your forearm down towards the floor. What we're looking for is, can the hand go past horizontal towards the floor, about 60 to 70 degrees, and no heavy block or sharp pain in the front or back of the shoulder. If your hand stops high above horizontal or you feel a hard block, you're missing internal rotation for a safe bench. If one or both tests feel limited or painful, you're benching into ranges your shoulder doesn't own yet. Now we fix it. When doing these exercises, as well as benching in the gym, listen to the traffic light. If you're not having any pain, you're in the green, continue to keep doing it. If you're in the yellow, you have low pain levels, but they don't spike that night or the next day. But red, this is where a lot of people feel stuck. They feel good in the moment, but that night or the next day, their pain spikes to a 6, 7, or 8 out of 10. That's telling you that you're doing too much to the shoulder when it comes down to the load, intensity, or the stimulus, and you need to monitor that appropriately. Let's get into the exercises. Exercise 1 is a banded posterior shoulder mobilization. This is to create space in the front of the joint so the ball isn't jamming forward at the bottom. Anchor a band at about shoulder height. Face away from the band and loop it around the front of your shoulder, close to your armpit. Step forward until there's firm tension, pulling your shoulder back into the socket. From here, perform small bench press motions with that arm, like a shortened press, letting the band gently glide the shoulder back as you move. Here are some cues. Let the band do the work of pulling the ball back. Stay relaxed to the front of the shoulder. Range is small and controlled, not explosive. Complete 2 sets of 15 to 20 reps per side, especially before benching. If you want the same Big 5 framework we use with thousands of clients, I put the full guide down in the description for you. Exercise 2 is crab rocks. These build extension, mobility, and stability in the exact direction bench demands. Sit on the floor with your hands behind you, fingers pointing out or slightly back. Knees bent, feet flat. Lift your hips a few inches off the ground into a crab position, supporting yourself on your hands and feet. From here, you can gently rock forward and back and mobilize the shoulder. You want to think about keeping a proud chest. You should feel this in the back of your shoulders, not just in the wrists or low back. Complete 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 10 rocks. And exercise 3 is a primer. It is banded bench press. This grooves a shoulder-friendly bench press path while reinforcing external rotation and control. Lie on a bench with a light band around your wrists. Get into a bench press setup. Feet flat, slight arch, shoulder blades tucked. Pull the band apart slightly to create external rotation tension. From there, perform a bench press motion with just the band. 3 seconds down, 3 seconds up, keeping that outward tension the whole time. You can use light weights or dumbbells while warming up the shoulders with this exercise. You want to think about bending the bar, maintaining that external rotation as you move. Keep your elbows in a strong control path, not flared out wide. Complete 2 sets of 6 to 8 reps as part of your warm-up before you touch the bar, focusing on 3 seconds down and 3 seconds up each rep. Now let's retest the shoulders, starting with the extension test. Arms by your side, lift your hands behind you, and then internal rotation at 90. Arm up to the side like you're throwing, rotate your hand down. If either goes farther, feels smoother, or has less front of shoulder bite, that's proof your shoulder can change. Keep stacking these drills into your warm-up and training for 2 to 3 weeks and you'll compound that improvement. Let's go through a quick recap. Bench press demands around 45 degrees of extension and 60 to 70 degrees of internal rotation at 90. Most painful shoulders don't have those ranges, so the joint compensates by sliding forward and causing pain. We used 2 assessments to see if you own those positions, then completed 3 exercises. The banded posterior mobs to create space in the joint, crab rocks to build extension, mobility, and strength, and banded bench to groove a safer bench press pattern under control. If you want to bench heavy again without constantly worrying if your shoulder is going to blow up at the bottom, you don't need to quit benching. You need a smarter plan. To help with that, I put together a Big 5 training guide that breaks down the exact 5 areas we talked about: your neck, thoracic spine, shoulder blade, shoulder joint, and nerves, plus the tests and exercises to start changing each one. You can download it using the link in the description. And if you want a personalized, step-by-step plan built around your bench, your shoulder, and your goals, then text me the word PAIN to 720-710-4371 to get a tailored step-by-step approach on how to permanently fix your shoulder pain. Our mission at Comeback Performance is to help over 1 million people around the world eliminate their shoulder pain, avoid unnecessary imaging, injections, and surgeries, and get their lives back. After you reach out, please like and subscribe to the channel. We're putting out daily content based on your guys' questions on shoulder-related topics regarding pain and rehab. At Comeback Performance, the comeback is always stronger than the setback.